Hey, what's up, Street Talks? This is Eric from the Eric Street Photography blog. We currently have Cindy, CEO of Haptic, with the beautiful evolution of the Henri line. So Cindy, can you describe the story of the Henri line and currently what we have?
Okay, so apparently the internet likes unboxing videos.
Yeah, so
let's do an unboxing video of our newest Henri Mark III. So I'll talk a little bit about the Henri Mark III as I unbox it. So our company is a creative collaboration that we call Haptic, which means touch. So we wanted to create stuff that is meaningful and will touch you in terms of just create artistic things that like touch you emotionally, but also create things that just touch and feel and are just beautiful products. So Haptic is our creative collaboration. So let's unbox this.
Dun, 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 dun.
I love boxes.
Whoa.
So here we go.
It's so beautiful.
So
what does the card say?
You can read it.
Thank you for your purchase of Henri by Eric Kim. Each strap is unique and handcrafted with care. Like the Japanese Zen philosophy of wabi-sabi, the more you use it, the more the beautiful imperfections will show. Now go forth and make art. So Cindy, explain the philosophy of why you box it this way and why, to you, packaging is so important. And maybe you could drop in your box company concept dream.
Yeah, so ever since I was a kid, I love receiving things in the mail. Like I eagerly awaited getting things. So then I love this idea that like in the future, and which is now, I can create a company or a business of which I could ship people that same sense of joy, boxed up in something meaningful like this. And the whole unboxing experience is an experience of something that like feels good to touch and feels not just good but also human. So it reflects something about both of us, me and Eric, on our journeys we've had together. So this is our latest Henri neck strap, Mark III.
Dun, 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 dun.
Out.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
So all of our camera straps are handmade by our good friends Lan and Uyen in Saigon, and it's a passion project and a creative collaboration between Lan and Uyen. So they're artists, singers, songwriters, and also leather makers, and we've been doing the design and working with them for over now 5 years. And what I love about working with them is that Lan and Uyen and all of us have been really like hands-on in the entire process. It's so much like everything is completely handmade, hand-sourced. They set the wage, so we also contribute to supporting honest and beautiful work with supportive, ethical wages. So everything is 100% leather. Under here is this beautiful, like.
Wow, the quality of this is just phenomenal.
I want clothes made on this.
This feels amazing.
Yeah, and what's been so cool, like this latest version, is that it's so much of the evolution of the design that we've gotten feedback from the users, but also now we also have like fully brass components that are beautiful to touch, and we'll continue to honor this idea of wabi-sabi and haptic that we believe in. This newest version is also exciting because it also will not have any exposed metal components. So like when you can see it along the camera. So basically there won't be any metal parts that actually possibly scratch up against the camera. And you'll see like the handmade also leather piece that protects the steel here, the steel ring, against tapping against your camera. So your camera is protected, but also looks super good.
Functional and fashionable.
Functional and fashionable, and will also inspire you to shoot more. The other exciting thing about this Henri Mark III is that it comes in our Phantom Black, which
Phantom Black, baby.
And not only Phantom Black, but we also kept the tradition of the older, our OG color, which is this mahogany brown. This is a mahogany brown color.
This one's really nice too.
Yeah, this has I think Josh White called it an Indiana Jones rugged feel.
Dun, 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 dun,
and this one
dun,
really picks up, like if you want patina, which is like kind of worn beauty. This one really will wear beautifully because of the kind of the two-tone color. So here's the...
So can you show up explain more the two-tone color and what makes this one unique?
This one's really extremely beautiful because we have the mahogany brown on the side, on the neck pad. You have this like lighter kind of tannish
wow, that feels
color.
Amazing.
Almost feels like suede, but it's actually all leather.
That feels so nice.
This is all hand cut, so that's why you have these like, you actually like want to keep touching this and using it.
So when people say handmade, what do they really mean?
Yeah, good question. So handmade means it's made by real hands, like intentionally. These are all hand cut, hand sewn. So all these pieces are like hand sewn here. And Lan and Nguyen make them in Saigon based on our designs, and we work, I mean, we talk every day and we're sending messages back as we continue to iterate and, you know, choose color and stitching and all that. So by the time they get to, when they're done, they generally are made in batches of like 25 to 50, so super limited edition, so that we can like really preserve both the sourcing to make sure that like all the materials are top notch, but also just to preserve quality. So we as in me, Eric, my mom sometimes helps, so does my sister. We in California finish it, so that means like we personally like, I don't know if there's any maybe possibly rough edges or anything like that, so we're hand like sanding, cleaning, like anything like that. Packaging, of course, which is my favorite part of this process. Putting it in packages, and in this sense, it's not even handmade. It's just like, it's very heartfelt. Like we put a lot of attention to detail in creating everything.
Yeah, and I think also one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Lan and Nguyen, our friends, they are actually artisans. They are singers, dancers, musicians, leather makers. They're not just, I think the negative connotation of Vietnam is, you know, people think it's just everyone just like rice paddy hats and
yeah.
So I think one thing we've been trying to also promote through Haptic is the fact that, you know, Saigon's like a poppin' place. It's like the freaking Manhattan of like Southeast Asia. It's like a really amazing place with so many fellow entrepreneurs. What are some other misconceptions you think people have about Haptic or what we do and the Henri product line?
I mean, to make a product and to design it and to bring it into reality is really, really, really hard. And we've been really lucky to meet Lan and Nguyen, who are very talented, but also we've been working really hard on this, like from design to, I mean, it's a 6-year process. So it basically didn't happen overnight is the takeaway. We've been iterating, designing, getting feedback, putting in so much time and energy into just making something really, really great. And you can actually see a little bit of the evolution. This was the Mark II, which is beautiful as well in its own right. It's a darker coffee brown color. And yeah, so this was the Mark II, and then this was Eric's like prototype test. It's like super worn.
Whoa, this is the super OG one.
For like 6 years, and like we were testing it.
The first one we ever made.
Throwing it around, making sure it's gonna like withstand, and then from that we iterated it and redesigned it in a new way. So again, like I think one misconception is people are like, maybe it's hard to imagine and understand the whole production process. Because there's so many moving parts. But we're, again, like, it's a lot of hard work, and we've been working on this day and night for 6 years with a lot of help from family, friends, talented Lan and Nguyen, and Eric's ingenuity in continually, like, to testing out different types of products and new redesigns. Yeah,
because the whole reason we decided to make the Henri line is because, honestly, I'm kind of a very dissatisfied person in the sense I'm always searching for the best anything. And, you know, I've tested so many different straps over the years. And the question I always had is, if I could design my own perfect camera strap, what would it look like? What would it feel like? How would it perform? And especially for us street photographers / travel photographers and people like us who are making photos every single day, we want to integrate photography with our daily life. And even some new products we created, which I think are super innovative, is the Henri Pro strap. it's essentially the wrist strap, except we added a neck pad to add further strength.
Wrist pad.
The wrist pad.
So here's another unboxing video. If this was so along with the Henri neck strap, which was one of our original products, we also did an Henri wrist strap, which Eric really loved to have something on his hand. So
and that's hand stamped.
Yeah, so I designed this and I hand stamped every package. And then so the Henri wrist strap is inspired to create like a very minimalist camera strap that you can always have a camera around your wrist. So that means hopefully you're shooting more. So this is the note. And then here is the wrist strap in crema brown.
Can you open it?
Yeah, so crema brown, you can tell we kind of like coffee, so the coffee crema on an espresso.
So beautiful.
I just want to have more espresso now.
Nice.
So again, everything we make handmade. And what we love about this is this was a product of 6 years of continual redevelopment. You want something simple, clean, that works, protects your camera with this leather piece here that protects the steel metal component in your camera. Easy to attach with any camera that has a lug. And like Eric was saying, we continually improved this. So we made this also in Phantom Black. And then these new, like our favorite ones, which are the Pro, which have this handmade beautiful wrist pad.
And my practical suggestion is with camera straps, obviously there's no quote perfect camera strap, but I kind of do like the idea that it's a good idea to have different camera straps depending on what kind of camera you're using. So even on my Lumix G9 right now, I actually have the Eric Kim or the Henri wrist strap Pro Edition because the camera's a little bit heavier, it's got a heavier lens. So having a wrist strap is convenient because I use it quite a lot, and having the wrist pad adds a little bit more stability and strength, and I could shoot with it longer with less fatigue. Whereas when I'm shooting with my Leica, I love shooting with the Eric Kim or the Henri neck strap Mark III because the Phantom Black is freaking beautiful. I really love this. I did this intentionally, is this little touch of red that you can't see it when you're shooting, but it also just accentuates the nice things of the Leica. So you can see the Leica is usually black, white, and a little bit of red. So having a small little accents, I think, add a lot to the beauty and the artisan part of things. So Cindy, last question. So there's like 1 trillion camera straps out there in the market, right? Why buy from Haptic?
That's a really good question. Well, first of all, like Haptic, this is Haptic. We are Haptic. It's just me, Eric, Len, and our families. And what I love about Haptic is that we are very transparent about our processes, from the ideas to working with you to get feedback on how we can continue to develop. So Haptic, our mission is really to disrupt the photography production market. Is that we are trying to make things that can help. Well, first of all, Eric wants to make something that he can use himself, and I love the idea of trying to change the world of photography in new ways. I also, by buying from Haptic, you're also helping to support financially me and Eric, my family, Lan and Leanne, who are extremely talented, and it's different from buying from an anonymous corporation, because again, everything we make, from our leather products, our print books, our art projects, it has a story, it's meaningful, it supports real people, and we love what we do. So thank you for all of your support. And
I would have to say, you could switch to the camera. Let's be real, sexier straps are better. They make you better photographers. Let us not be confused. No, but once again, practical tips I would give you is if you shoot with a Leica, I'd recommend the Henri neck strap Mark III. If you shoot with the Ricoh GR or a Fujifilm XF10, check out the Eric Kim wrist strap. And the reason why it's unique is that you need to use this little string because there's only the string attachment. So make sure you could pick up one of those. Also, if you prefer to wear camera straps cross-body, check out the Henri shoulder strap where you could put it over your body and hold it sideways. Know that it's really essential for you to find a camera strap which is perfect for you. Peace out.